So, if you'd like, go ahead and tell me your name, first name, last name.
My name is Steve Walker, and I'm a native of Madison. I'm a non-union construction worker, and I'm sporting the original revolutionary sign of the French Revolution of 1789. And this is French for freedom, equality, and brotherhood. I think slogans that would do well to stand for what is right about us in Wisconsin today.
So you're in support of the unions, you're non-union builder, but you're with the...
in general, in support of the unions. I know the history, both good and bad.
Sure.
But
so did you vote today in the recall election?
yes, I did. I voted for Tom Barrett.
Okay, very good. And what do you think the primary complaint is against Governor Walker?
Well, of course, it started with a specific issue of the canceling of the collective bargaining power of the public union sector. But I think it's gotten much broader into an understanding that he is perceived as being in alliance with the elites of the country that have been eroding the rights of the little man and the middle class for 30 years now, since at least the Reagan administration.
That's very interesting. Do you have any comments, sir, about your support of... now, you're a union guy, aren't you, sir?
Yes, I am.
What's your name?
I'm Steve.
Steve? I am assuming that you voted for today.
I voted absentee ballot a week and a half ago.
Okay, so they're accepting absentee ballots for this election. I did not know that. What do you think are the major complaints against Governor Governor Walker?
Well, it was Act 10, and there's a long list. There's the voter suppression. There's lack of environmental standards, lack of environmental law enforcement, the collective bargaining issue, of course, and the collective bargaining, he didn't save any money on that. Dennis Kucinich asked him in Congress how much money does that save, and he said it doesn't save any. So it was all political. It was all political against public workers.
That's interesting. So you have a laundry list of complaints, not just the union thing. In Minnesota, where I come from, they've got a vote in November. There's a vote on voter ID law. Is there any kind of push for voter ID law in this state, and what would you be supportive of it?
Matter of fact, there is a voter ID law that's been enacted. The requiring of photo ID.
But it didn't apply to this election. They did pass that.
Was that in 2010 then? Or?
I think it'll go into effect in the fall, won't it? The fall election.
I would rather not be quoted. I sound ignorant, but I think so. I think it's going to be enacted and it will be effective as of
it's under scrutiny by federal law. They're looking into it as far as if it's legal or not.
Okay.
The legality of it.
Last question for you, gentlemen. If Scott Walker wins the election, and it looks like it's going to be close, what do you think the ramifications is if he does win, and if he loses, what are the implications?
Well, either way, there's still a lot of issues to be discussed. The Occupy movement brought out a lot of issues regarding the Wall Street issue and the taxing and the 1%, the 99%. I think that was really good that the occupation movement brought those issues out. And if he does win, we're not going anywhere.
Roger. I understand. I guess that adds a follow-up question for me then. This kind of has an Occupy Wall Street kind of feel. Do you have any solidarity with the Occupy Wall Street folks?
Oh, absolutely. There's still a lot of work to do with homeless people, and as far as basic rights, and as far as Citizens United needs to be repealed. There's a lot of issues.
Is that the way you feel too, sir?
I'm proud to say that this protest, the Wall Street protests are historically in the same historical sequence that started in the Arab countries about 2 years ago. One feeds off the other, and it's the people, it's the common people that are inspired to take democracy into their own hands as much as is possible in this period of plutocrats.
Okay, very good.